Okay, I've also had a last minute request to talk about how to pick up stitches if you have frogged your brioche. Anytime you're going to frog your work, I'm certainly going to recommend you put in a lifeline. It's going to make your life a lot easier and a lot less stressful. But I have gone ahead, and I'm using 2-color brioche because it'll just be a lot easier to show you what we're picking up here, I hope. I've pulled out my needles, and I was working on a 6. I've grabbed a 3. It's always easier to pick up stitches if you've got a needle that is maybe a size or 2 smaller than what you're using. But what we're going to do is we're going to be looking for these. I mean, obviously there's our yellow stitches, but we've got a secondary loop here, and that is our wrapped stitch. So what we're going to do is, starting at the right the right end, is we're going to pick up that first selvage edge stitch the correct way. And then we're going to pick up that loop and that first stitch together. We're going to go across the work, pick up that back loop, and come back and pick up the wrapped loop and the full yellow stitch. Go across the work, and there's a point where it just gets easier to put it in the wrong side of the stitch. You can always reseat that if you need to. I'm going to come back, pick up the loop and the wrapped stitch, go back across the work. So you're essentially zigzagging back and forth across the work, making sure you're picking up the stitch that would wrap the working stitch as well as the loop itself. So we're just going to zigzag back and forth here, picking up all of our stitches. You want to be soft-handed. You don't want to be pulling anything too tight so that you don't pull a loop out, although in the previous video you did see how to pick up a drop stitch if you need to. So got one more wrapped stitch and loop on the right side, one more black loop on the wrong side, and our selvage edge stitch. There we go. So now we've got all of our 20 stitches back on the loop, so we're just going to zigzag back and forth. That's all you do when you're picking up your brioche stitches. You just want to make sure that when you're picking up those yellow stitches on the front that you're picking up the wrapped stitch that goes with it, so you continue in your pattern of having your single, your double, your single, your double, and you work that all the way across. If as you're working some of the stitches are twisted, you can just go ahead and twist them back to the right orientation. And that's it. There's nothing scary about brioche. Thanks for watching.